Hello and welcome to DW Travel. This is Lukas, and right now I'm in Cologne, in the western part of Germany, and I'm not alone today. With me is the rain and a very special person right by my side.
Hi everyone!
It's Rachel Stewart from Meet the Germans.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm really sorry I didn't organise the best weather today, so bear with us.
Yes, it's gonna be quite challenging, but we both got umbrellas and we're gonna take you on a tour through Cologne. She's gonna take me on a tour through Cologne, and of course we can chat with you, or you can chat with us, and we can answer your questions. So we're always there for the community, aren't we?
Definitely. I mean, we're going to have to take quite a lot of rain stops, so we're really happy if you guys have got some questions for us in between.
All right, perfect. So we can turn around so you can see what's the most important building here in Cologne. I think we have to go far away.
Yeah, it's really hard to get the top of it in. Whoa, even further.
Like this.
Nice.
Yeah, what's that?
I mean, it's something I've heard of maybe before. Have you guys ever seen this?
Yeah.
Particular monument?
You can put it on the comments if you already know this this building in the background. It's this symbol of Cologne.
I have actually read that it is the most visited monument in Germany.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently like 20,000 people a day normally come there. Probably not so many right now.
Okay, maybe we can go over there a little.
What a beautiful day.
Okay, let's see if the comment function is working. It's this button. Ah.
Hey, if you're there guys, tell us where you're watching from and tell us what the weather's like.
This is challenging. Cologne Cathedral. Yeah, that was a stupid question.
Okay, but there's a more difficult question. How tall is the Cologne Cathedral? And don't Google it. See if you can actually guess. I mean, yeah, I don't know how many football fields it would be high or something like that.
But actually we can compare the persons to the cathedral. You know, if that's yeah. So that's Rachel. She's like 1 meter and 78. Oh, I thought it's 60 centimeters. Okay, 1 meter and 78 centimeters, and this is Cologne Cathedral. All right, the people keep telling us hello instead of telling us how high it is. No. Yeah, let's see. There's yeah. I think there was a comment from India saying it's 150 meters.
Very close. I think it's, shall I say exactly?
Yeah.
I think it's 157 exactly. But, you know, there are two spires on top, so that's like the really classic symbol of Cologne is the two spires. But one of them is apparently 7 centimeters shorter than the other. So even the Germans got their planning slightly wrong.
There was another comment from Dan saying 155 meters, so it's pretty close.
Pretty close, very good.
All right, that's in Spanish. María José Rendido, ¿puedes mostrarle la puerta de la entrada? Okay, that means, yeah, you speak Spanish, right? Yeah, sorry Rachel, you speak Spanish. Yeah, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, María José wants us to go to the entrance door to show the entrance of Cologne Cathedral.
It's very impressive. There's such ornate carvings all over the entire building. It's quite great.
I guess you want to see that. Oh. When I pass here, I ask myself, why is this cathedral black and not white?
Haha, very good question. I actually had to Google this to find out. But it's apparently because it's made from sandstone and that reacts with rainwater, which obviously we have quite a lot of right now. I think it's the sulfuric acid or something in the rain, which reacts with the sandstone and makes it black. But they are constantly trying to clean it, so you can see like clean patches and black patches all over it. And as soon as they've finished cleaning one bit, they have to start all over again at the beginning because it's such a massive building.
We have a scientist here. Great. So black patches and white patches. Let's see. Great. Okay, more comments coming in. Good afternoon to two of you, my favorite presenters. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We didn't pay you to say that.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be the main topic of our walk through beautiful Cologne, the weather.
Yeah, unfortunately. Honestly, it has been quite nice weather the last few weeks, so we've just chosen probably the worst day for this, but maybe it's more realistic. Cologne isn't exactly the warmest city, perhaps, so this is realism.
Yeah, this is realism, and it might be a problem since we're with some equipment here on our way, so I have to cover the equipment with the umbrella, and she's covering herself, and I might get a little wet from time to time. But no problem, we keep on walking. If it's too loud due to the rain, then just tell us, and then we can go to another spot where maybe more silence. All right, hello from Indonesia, I read.
Hi.
All right. Yeah, Rachel, I'm here because you wanted to show me Cologne, so take me on a tour and tell me where we go.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick overview of what we're going to try and see. Obviously, it kind of all depends on if we have to swim to get there, which might be a problem for some of the spots. But I'd love to show you, obviously, the cathedral is the main starting point. That's like the thing you can see from almost everywhere in the city, so it's a really important icon for the city. And then we can go around to the old part of the city, to the old town, see some of the older buildings. Obviously a lot of architecture here in Cologne was destroyed during World War II, but a lot of it has been reconstructed. So that's really nice to see. We're going to go to the Love Bridge. I'll tell you more about that in a minute.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, we'll see how we go. We might also end up with a refreshing Cologne beer, Kölsch, if we're lucky.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. And it's like 1.5 hours or 2 hours, depending on the weather, not on our energy.
Oh.
We are highly motivated, yeah?
Absolutely.
And if you have any questions, maybe not only regarding Cologne, maybe Rachel's work or my work or the work of both of us, you can just put it down and we try to read it. Rachel, your turn.
Okay. Actually can't see. I think it's a little bit left. No, it's gone.
Yeah. They disappear. Oh, damn it. Let's see. Okay. If I put top chat, then the others. Can you read it from up
I
there?
actually can't remember. Look, I'm under here. What sites have you found? Currywurst. I mean, that is good. There is a really good currywurst stand not too far from here, so you never know. We might get there at the end of the day.
All right, but I'm a vegetarian.
I'm also vegetarian. So...
All right. Okay, maybe we won't eat currywurst, but we can show you.
The currywurst sauce with chips is really good.
All right.
So that's like a good vegetarian alternative.
Okay. I didn't know that you're a vegetarian too, because I saw you on Meet the Germans eating schnitzel.
Yeah,
or pretending to eat schnitzel.
No, it's a new thing. It's only been sort of the last 3 months, so...
Ah, okay.
It's going to be a new experience trying to be vegetarian in Germany.
All right, okay, it's new. Okay, all right. All right. We talk to each other and then we miss all the comments. So if there is like a... Okay. Dynamic duo.
Yes, dynamic duo, thank you. Oh, underrated parts of Cologne. That's interesting. I guess what tourists often would miss would be the smaller neighbourhoods, or just the different neighbourhoods that aren't central. So I live in a place called Nippers. That's sort of, yeah, only 4 minutes on the train from the central train station, but it feels a little bit further out. And that's kind of nice as a more maybe young families and some students kind of area. It's got great cafes and restaurants, not so much at the moment. Got a great student area, Ehrenfeld, and then in the south of the city is also a really big recommendation for tourists as well, because you get to have kind of the city flair, really good restaurants and really nice parks as well.
And there was a question asking if you can survive as a vegetarian in Germany. Yes, you can. Look at me. And she's nodding too. And then they say, go inside Cologne Cathedral because it's dry there. Thank you for the recommendation. But we not only want to see Cologne Cathedral, but also other sites, other buildings here in Cologne. So I think we can continue?
Exactly. I'm from the UK, by the way, so I've not got a problem with too much rain.
All right. Okay. All right.
Maybe
So
we should go around this way.
yeah. I'll follow you.
Yeah. So in normal times, this is like the square in front of the cathedral. It's normally got artists or people doing some kind of performance art. Sometimes you get sort of political protests, that kind of thing in here. So there's usually a lot going on in this square. And just around the corner is the main shopping street, so it's usually very, very busy with people. There's still a few people out today. They're being brave, but a lot quieter.
Like us? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard to read the comments because there are raindrops on the display.
We have
but
to just stop and read them every now
yeah,
and then.
Eduardo is saying, would be good to see what other places are nice in Cologne besides going to the cathedral. Yeah.
Exactly. We want to show you a few things that are not always the main spots that everyone goes to, but we are staying quite central today, so it is going to be a lot of the well-known sites, but maybe you won't have all seen them before. Guys, how's Cologne changed after the Second World War? What's still in? Oh yeah, we'll try and show you some of the bits that have been reconstructed after the war and some of the things that were damaged. For example, the cathedral, it's always quite well known that it wasn't completely destroyed, but it was bombed, so it didn't come through completely unscathed. And normally, oh yeah, you can see, I don't know if you can see the scaffolding up the top.
I flipped the screen.
Lucas, on the left, at the very top.
Show you with your finger where it is.
Even higher.
Like this?
There.
Okay.
So there's always scaffolding on the Cologne Cathedral. That's kind of a running joke that it's never actually finished.
All right. Like the cathedral in Barcelona.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, it's never finished.
And I mean, it took more than 600 years to build the cathedral. So yeah, they've still got a few things left to do, even though it took that long.
All right. Okay, so what's coming up next?
Well, it takes a long time to walk around the cathedral. It is absolutely massive. It's also, you can actually climb up, which I do recommend. I've done that maybe 2 or 3 times when people have come to visit me.
Yeah.
I did it once in the summer, which was a bad idea because it's very narrow climbing up. It gets really hot and there's lots of tourists going up and down. Someone got stuck in there at one point because they were out of breath, and it was just a bit stressful. But maybe on a rainy day like today is a good time, and you get a really good view at the top there, so you can see around below. I
prefer Deutz Tower on the other side of the River Rhine because you can see the cathedral and the rest of Cologne. And I'm afraid of heights, but I could cope with Deutz Tower, and with the Cologne Cathedral I couldn't. Over there?
Yeah, we'll just go around the corner. So obviously there's museums dotted all over Cologne, and it depends what your taste is.
All right.
I'm not the biggest museum person myself, so if I go on a city trip, I actually prefer to kind of see living history, I suppose, see it around the streets. I'd much prefer to sort of sit in a cafe and people watch, but I have been to a few of them here. We've got like the Archaeological museum here.
All right, we can take a look.
Yeah, we can see through the window.
Have any of you lived in Cologne before? Elizabeth is asking. Yes, I have. 2 years, in 2011 and 2012. And she is right now since 2016.
16. Yeah, so 5 years now. Yeah.
So that's the Archaeological Museum, right?
That's an Archaeological Museum, and you can see, I mean, Cologne was founded by the Romans, and this is probably the place where you might get the feel of that the most.
Oh, all right.
And there's a lot of like churches and the old city gates that you see dotted around. That's where you can probably see most of the Roman architecture.
So for those of you who love museums, here, right next to Cologne Cathedral, this is the right spot.
Exactly.
What is this?
I mean,
it's a brick. It's a rock.
The cathedral fell off. I'm not really sure.
Don't you know what it is?
I can try making it up, but I'm not sure.
Maybe it's part of the Cologne Cathedral. I mean, the color is the same.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's. I mean, that must be because that bit over there is exactly the same.
Ah, yeah. Maybe that's one part of the tip or something like that.
It's always good to have a spare part just lying around.
Yeah. Fokla is asking, "Hey Lucas, what's up?" Well, a lot. It's raining. I'm here with Rachel from Deutsche Welle, and she's gonna take me on a tour through Cologne, at least the city center. And well, we're right next to Cologne Cathedral, and right now we continue passing the cathedral. People are watching from India. Hello.
Hey. Don't forget to tell us about the weather.
Yeah. How is the weather at your place, huh? Tell us.
I'm a bit sad because I always want to show people the best of my city, and it's like most places, it's so much better if the sun's shining. I think Cologne has a lot to offer in terms of outdoor spaces. So we've got really nice parks. One of my favourite things is just to cycle along what's called the green belt.
Yeah.
Not on a day like today, but yeah, I just think the city looks a lot more splendid in the sunshine.
Yeah, all the cities do. Anyway, that doesn't stop us from walking around on the the worst day of the year to do a live stream on YouTube.
Hey, we accept the challenge.
Ruben is saying in Berlin it's sunny today. Ah, that's quite
thanks.
interesting. Wow.
Maybe we should do the next one there.
Mandy is saying here it's sunny and super hot, 28 degrees Celsius. Well, Mandy, where are you from? 28 degrees Celsius.
We'll come on over.
Yeah, for the next live stream.
So here we've actually got another museum. This is Museum
All right.
Ludwig.
Ah, but we can't see anything. Turn
You
around.
can see the sign up there.
Ah, Museum Ludwig. What can the people see here?
Well, I actually thought when I moved here, Ludwig, that must be a museum about Beethoven.
Okay, all right.
But no, that's not the case at all. It's a contemporary art museum, and it's called that because the couple who donated the original artworks were called Mr. and Mrs. Ludwig. So nothing to do with Beethoven, but it's pretty cool. There's like quite a lot of pop art stuff in there as well.
All right.
Lots of Picasso.
And there are also people inside coming out. So it's open.
I actually checked on the website, and at the moment you don't even need an appointment or a test.
All right.
So the museum is open for everybody right now.
Yeah, it's a good day for a museum actually.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go in there later.
Maybe. On the other side, this is Cologne main station, right? Hauptbahnhof. That's where I got, because I live in Leipzig and I got here by train, of course, as you do. And I stopped there and Rachel picked me up. And this is the backside of the Kölner Dom, Cologne Cathedral. I always cover myself instead of the camera. All right.
Yeah, I think it looks really spectacular from this side, but you always see on images is the front.
The other side, yeah.
But this is really impressive just because of all the tiny little spikes, individual spikes. I mean, it's just so intricate.
36 degrees in India.
It's
Okay,
swapping.
yeah, watching from Pakistan. This is great.
Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. We do appreciate it. It would have been very sad if we turned up here and nobody joined us. So.
That's right.
We're doing this for you guys.
Why are most of the shops closed? Is it still in lockdown in Cologne? That's what I read.
No, the shops are actually open. I haven't been to any since they've reopened yet, so I can't tell you about what it's like. But yeah, they reopened, I think, last month. Before that, we had quite a strict lockdown since November. So it was a long time that they were closed, a long time that restaurants and bars were closed. And things have started to open up. We were just discussing, we don't know what's going to happen next. A lot of people are anticipating after the summer, once people have maybe gone on holiday and come back, that things might get worse again. So we'll have to wait and see.
Stay safe, please, and stay level-headed.
Exactly.
That's the right word, right?
That's very good, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the people keep posting what's the weather like, and if we enjoy the rain here.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it couldn't be better. Oh, actually, this place, I have to show around.
Yeah.
It doesn't look that amazing,
Special,
but
yeah.
this is a special place because I remember that they have security people here and there from time to time, and I always was wondering why is there security? And they made the people stop. They couldn't cross across this square here.
Yeah.
And yes, I didn't know why. Now I know why. But Rachel is the expert, and Rachel's gonna tell us now.
Well, there's actually underneath us here is the concert hall of the Cologne Philharmonic Orchestra, or Philharmonie. Maybe not the best idea again. Another design fault,
Yeah,
you could say. So actually the vibrations of people walking across, or if someone walks across here in stiletto heels or goes across on a skateboard, it makes noise for the concert hall below, which is obviously not what you want in the middle of a classical concert. So not the best idea.
So they have security here, and they make the people go away. So we couldn't cross if they would do a rehearsal down there right now, but they don't.
No, we're free to walk across, roam across and make as much noise as we want. I do find it quite funny, you know, that they end up employing like, I don't know, four people to stand outside and essentially be a bit like a bouncer in a club, but for a square, just to stop people walking.
Don't walk here, don't walk here.
It looks quite funny.
Let's see. The Philharmonic story is great. Could not believe it the first time I was told. Claudia is saying, yes, me either. When I got here, and I think it's strange for anybody who's coming here, and if they tell you not to walk on the square, it's strange.
It's very weird. But the Philharmonic is definitely worth a visit. I mean, they normally, I think the concerts right now, I think there's nothing happening at the moment, but normally there's hundreds of concerts every year. It's not just classical, they have opera, jazz, all sorts of stuff. And it's a really impressive room. You know, it was built kind of like an amphitheatre, so I think the idea is that there's no walls that make an echo, so it's completely, everything's rounded. Yeah, it just looks really impressive. Quite steep, so it's a little bit scary if you're sitting up the top.
I've never been there. All right, so let's take a look around here. Actually, it's not that nice.
I know, I always think this corner doesn't really look very pretty, but those buildings up here, if you see them from the top, like bird's eye view, look really cool. But obviously, no one sees them.
So this is kind of Lokalpatriotismus right now.
Oh, no,
Lokalpatriotismus, how do you, local patriotism?
Local patriotism, yeah.
Patriotism, yeah, local patriotism. So although she's from England, she's already like Kölsche Mädel.
Exactly, I'm
like a girl from Cologne.
Girl.
Yeah.
You've got to be proud of your city, right?
Yeah, of course, defending the ugly architecture around here. No, but you have the dome, the Kölner Dome.
Just that's why they built it so tall, so that wherever you are, however ugly the architecture is, you can still see the Cologne Cathedral.
All right.
Oh, and
look over there.
That's the I forgot what it's called. You mentioned it a minute ago.
Deutzer Turm.
Exactly.
Over there. Yeah, there's another building on the other side of the Rhine. You can get up there and then you can see the whole city. It's actually better, well, in my humble opinion, than standing on top of the Kölner Dome.
And it's covered in mist right now.
Ah, yeah.
Can't even see the top. I was going to take you this way next.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
I think someone just asked a question about beer. I'll take that one gladly. Which is better, British ale or Kölsch? I'm going to be loyal to my current setting and say Kölsch. I'm not a huge fan of beer that doesn't have bubbles in it. I think a lot of people think from the UK that we only drink warm beer and beer that doesn't have bubbles in it, but that's just ale, that's just one kind. We also like other kinds of beer.
I had that prejudice. Actually.
Everyone does, everyone thinks so. But we do have a good range of beer, but I like Kölsch for sure. Maybe we'll be able to show you some later. But I think, I mean, it's quite exciting just the fact that it's a beer with so much tradition and so much local pride involved with it.
All right. Hello aus Hellas. So people from Greece are connected. Are you far from Rhine right now? River Rhine?
No.
Is Sandra asking. No, we're not. Actually, we're walking towards the river. Rain in Buffalo, New York. All right, you with us? Charit, Rachel, love from Sri Lanka.
Hello to Sri Lanka. Thanks very much for tuning in. I wonder what time it is for you guys. But anyway, we're very grateful that people are joining us.
Yes, here it's 3:30 p.m. My name is Lukas, her name is Rachel. We're from DW. I'm from DW Travel. She's from DW Meet the Germans.
Yes.
And we're taking a city tour through her hometown of Cologne. And right now we're going to...
Now we're going to go to what I mentioned before, the Love Bridge. It might get a little bit loud from time to time because it's also a bridge where trains go across, so bear with us.
Speaking of trains, let's flip the camera. So this is the Love Bridge here.
Yes, this is the Love Bridge. I'll just quickly mention the train. It's a double-decker train, which I mentioned in a video once because I find that really exciting because we don't have them at home.
Don't you have double-decker trains in England?
I had never seen one until I came here.
All right.
Maybe they've developed now, but good fun. Yeah, so now we're at the Love Bridge, which is obviously not the only one of its kind in the world. It's a bridge where people put padlocks on, where couples come and put padlocks on. We'll show you now. There's a lot.
They do that in Paris too, and in
I think Italy
everywhere.
Had the first one.
Yeah, Italy.
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
It was quite early on. It was 2008 this started, so And even since then, I mean, since I've been coming here, it's just grown and grown and grown and grown. So.
Okay, so let's take a close look to the Love padlocks on Love Bridge. That sounds a little...
Oh, I should call it its real name. It's actually called the Hohenzollernbrücke.
Ah, yeah.
It's not called the Love Bridge, that's just its new nickname.
So the name of this bridge is Hohenzollernbrücke. Trains are crossing from Köln-Deutz to the main station. That's over there. And as you can see, this is quite impressive. There are a lot of Love padlocks on Love Bridge.
If you go close up, you can sort of see they all have inscriptions on them.
Let's take a closer look.
So usually the idea is you scratch your initials in, or you put the date of your anniversary or something.
Like this one.
Yeah, who is that?
Mantforst.
Excellent.
I don't know. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, we've got three in one.
Ah, Walter, Bianca und Kevin.
Good for them.
William is asking, can people swim in this river in good weather?
Oh, I have actually been on a canoe on the Rhine, and I capsized, so I definitely, without meaning to, swam in the Rhine. But it's not advised in most areas, so for example, somewhere around here you definitely should not swim. There's a lot of river traffic, but there are actually little kind of bays along different spots of the Rhine, which are quite optimistically sometimes called beaches. I'm not sure if I would really call it a beach, but yeah, you can actually paddle in those bits which are a bit calmer.
All right.
The colour of the water is not the nicest, but we'll show you that in a sec.
Is there a FKK strand nearby? First of all, what's FKK? And is there a beach of FKK?
FKK is Freie Körperkultur, so that's when the Germans like to get naked in public but designated spaces. Very popular. Actually, I've never come across one here.
All right.
But I can't say it's my.
It's an East German thing, I think. In Eastern Germany, it's pretty common, and I think in Western Germany, not that much.
There's definitely spots, but I don't think that any Rhine beaches are necessarily FKK.
All right. Okay. A closer look to the padlocks. That's what we want to do.
And maybe we'll spot my padlock.
Because you're married to a German.
Yes.
At least that's what I read.
I am indeed, and maybe we could say the secret to a lasting marriage in Germany is to come to Cologne and put a padlock on this bridge, which is what we did like 10 years ago.
Okay, so it might be a bad omen if we don't find it.
No.
Well, let's see. There's so many of it.
It also fits with the nice German saying that old love doesn't rust. Alte Liebe rostet nicht.
Alte Liebe rostet nicht.
In this
Old
case, it
love
does rust.
doesn't It's so many. You know, a couple of years ago I read that they had to check the bridge if it's stable enough due to all the padlocks. And yes, it is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll always hear people coming up with that idea, like, will it fall down at some point because of how heavy it is? But yeah, they apparently checked it and they said it was fine. So yeah, it's health and safety checks from the Deutsche Bahn, from the German Transport Service.
Okay, before we continue looking for your love padlock, let's take a look on the River Rhine, because it's quite special today. Because I'm a little nervous here actually.
Yeah, don't go any further. I can
Maybe you take the selfie stick.
I'll show them the.
Yeah, and I'll.
Can I come? There we go.
I'm a little afraid of heights, so yeah.
You can look the other direction. I'll show the people the.
But this is not the normal version of the River Rhine, because it's got a lot of water right now.
Yeah, it's very high. In fact, I mean, it's not managed to go over the edges yet, so that's the promenade down there. We're still safe for the moment. As I said, there's lots of river traffic.
And the promenade over there is already a little flooded, right?
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah. You can actually, right behind the ship over there, you can walk, but I think it's flooded like by half a meter or a meter or something.
Yeah. Okay, so good job we weren't planning to go over there. And I don't know, you just asked about swimming in the Rhine. You can see the colour is not the most appealing right now.
And maybe you can't see it on camera, but every time a train passes this bridge, the bridge is moving.
Yeah, it's vibrating right now.
And that doesn't make me any more comfortable, but anyway.
Oh, I think you can see it. My hand's vibrating because of the train, so...
All right, okay, let's take a look if we can find Rachel's padlock.
I think it's either that. I reckon it might be this.
Is your husband connected right now?
I'm not sure. He's probably busy.
Okay.
Okay. So, I think it's this one or the next one. In my memory, this was 10 years ago, so yeah, I feel like it's near the top, and it was unfortunately a normal kind of padlock, so, I mean, this was all not here before.
What's your husband's name, sorry?
He's called Manu, but I think it just had M plus R.
Okay, Manu, if you're watching this, Rachel is not finding Rachel is not finding your love padlock. But anyway.
I've tried to look for it a couple of times before, and I think many years ago I did find it once, and since then I haven't found it. But it was very romantic story, so it was one of my first trips to Cologne. So my husband lived here 8 years ago, and I didn't know about this bridge, and he surprised me on my birthday with a padlock, and said, oh, I didn't know what we were going to do with it. And then she told me, yeah, very romantic, not really like it, but then the idea is you clip it on, take the key, and together you throw it into the Rhine.
Over there. And
seals your love for it.
And Ruben is saying this is like a romantic version of Where's Waldo?
Exactly, that's what we should call it. Where's Rachel on the bridge? Okay, I'm not getting any...
Maybe you can help us
if you see it, shout.
if it's not too cloudy.
No, I reckon it's more
Blurry.
this way.
I think... Is it blurry?
Tell us if the camera's steaming up. It was that kind of size, but that's not it. We didn't have a heart on it.
Claudia is saying, Rachel, I can hardly hear you now. Yes, that's due to the rain, and she's looking for the padlock.
Sorry, I was getting a bit lost in the padlocks. I haven't had any luck though, so sadly.
So, no padlock here?
I think there's no padlock here, but I know it's there, therefore I'm not worried.
Okay. Okay, no problem. No, I don't I want to make you feel uncomfortable, Rachel, alright? Personally, I feel these padlocks it's hard to read the comments. I feel these padlocks disfigure the bridge. Sorry, Rachel. Rachel!
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I guess for people who knew the bridge before, this is quite a weird addition, and maybe some people don't like it. I love it. I just think they're so colourful. I think, yeah, it's quite kitsch. It's very kitsch. It's a kitsch thing to do, but I just think it's really nice. And I actually like just like wandering along here and looking at the names and sort of feeling the romance that comes from it.
I think so too. I think it's a good idea, and I think it's nice, and you can see it from here. This is a good shot.
Yeah.
Because you have Cologne Cathedral in the background. Love bridge with love padlocks.
What a nice reflection of the cathedral too. Beautiful.
This is nice. Yes, and it's a quite long bridge over there.
I read like an estimate in 2015. There was an estimate that there were 500,000 padlocks. I mean, that was ridiculous.
All right. So we won't cross the bridge.
No, we're going to go back in this direction.
Yeah.
Partly because, as we just saw, the other side is flooded, so...
Yeah, so maybe it's not a good idea to go over there. I hope that the sound is all right. Deep Day saying, hi Luca. Hello, my name is Lukas. Anyway, yeah, it's raining. It's heavy rain here in Cologne, and maybe the sound is not that perfect. Anyway, we do our best.
We can shout a bit louder if we need to. Just kind of.
Eduardo is saying sound is all right.
Cool, thank you. So we're actually going to come past a statue now. And
Okay.
I'll give you a fun fact about it.
All right.
I'm not quite sure who it is.
We can hear and see you clearly.
Perfect.
That's great.
That's good to know.
Okay.
Okay, so
This statue
is a nice statue of a guy on a horse.
I'm just walking through a puddle.
Oh, no.
it's all wet now.
Couldn't get any worse. Okay, so there are 4 statues like this, 2 on this side and 2 on the other side, and they all look really similar.
Okay,
And then I was trying to
let's
find
see
out
if we can see it from the other side.
maybe that one as well. 'Cause that's
Ah.
easier.
Maybe
Although it's a bit far away.
it's a bit far away. Okay, so it's a guy on a horse on this
Yeah.
side and on that side here. Yeah, what does that
And then
mean?
there's 2 more on the other side. So I looked up who they are, and they are Prussian kings. And interestingly, if you're not sure who it is, just call them Wilhelm or Friedrich, because they're all variations of the same name. So I think there was 2 different Wilhelms, one Friedrich and one Friedrich Wilhelm. So, if in doubt, just call him William.
You're a great tour guide. I'm happy with all the information.
Half facts.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You know, if you have any questions regarding the facts she's dropping, you can Google it or ask us again. Greetings from Thailand. Greetings back from rainy Cologne. Thanks for watching us. Do we continue?
Yeah, I think we should go back down this way.
Okay. I think it's less rain right now, right?
Actually, okay. Yeah. But don't speak too soon.
Okay. There are a lot of puddles here. Puddle is the right word, right?
Yes. Nice.
So we have to watch our step. Puddle.
Yeah, poor Lukas is having to not watch where he's going.
Yeah. I'm watching the camera and of course Cologne and of course Rachel. So I can't watch where I'm going.
He's multitasking.
Yeah.
I actually, right here yesterday while I was checking out some of these spots, I had my first person ask me for a selfie.
Someone recognized you here?
So Daniel, if you're watching, thanks for that. That was fun.
Did you do a selfie?
I did a selfie.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Greetings from exotic Chicago, Illinois.
Ooh,
So it's not Illinois, it's Illinois. I learned
Illinois,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to go there last year for a wedding, and obviously it didn't happen. So I hope to be able to visit Chicago sometime soon.
But they married anyway?
Not the big party.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they married.
They married. I mean,
Okay.
they did the German thing of doing the Standesamt.
Okay.
The, civil registration office, or the official ceremony first.
All right. I would
Okay.
ask for a selfie with Rachel if I meet her. I also live in Köln.
Oh,
Beatrice is saying. Yeah, Beatrice, just drop by. And now it's the time, you know?
Come on down. We're down here all afternoon.
Nashville, Tennessee is connected too. Western Australia, great.
I always like it if people say hello when they see us filming around. So.
All right.
Do.
Hello from the Philippines, I just read. Hello back.
Hello. Got a nice backdrop.
Oh, this is great, yeah.
I do
But
always feel when I come back to Cologne, especially if you're driving on the motorway, and you come back and then you see the two spires, I do
Yeah.
feel quite emotional, sort of, from coming back home.
Coming home.
I love
okay.
it. Yeah.
Speaking of coming home, haha. Football's not coming home, I heard,
Football
yeah?
did not come home.
Since she's English, I prepared this question. Do you care about that the Euro Cup wasn't won by your fellow English people?
Team, nope, because I have to explain this a lot to people in Germany. It's
Yeah.
quite confusing for people. So my family are from Scotland, and in the UK there's really strong regional rivalry
Okay.
between Scotland, Wales, Ireland and the UK, Northern Ireland and England. So my parents, partially jokingly really, would never support England. So for me it was not a big deal, and when England played Germany, I was supporting Germany.
All right, but I saw on Twitter that you said it's going to be 5-0.
Oh, that's what I dreamt, but thankfully I did not place a bet on that.
All right, good. Hi from Jupiter. That's a planet.
What?
Wow, people are, aliens are connected.
Well, you know, space travel is actually gone quite far this week anyway, hasn't it? So,
What is the nearest coming festival in Cologne?
festival. If you're talking about music festivals, there's a few different ones. The Wacken Festival is not too far away.
That's very far away. That's
Oh.
in northern Germany.
That's right. I actually don't think I've ever been to a festival around here. What's it on? Rock am Ring? Where's that?
That's close to Koblenz. That's not too far from
Oh,
here.
there you go. That's
Rock am
closer.
Ring and
Rock
Rock
am
im
Ring.
Park, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a special moment because I can fold it again because I think it's not too rainy.
I'm gonna keep mine up for a bit.
Yeah, okay. I think okay, that wasn't a good idea. Maybe you can hold that
I can hold.
because I need to cover the camera. I forgot about the cell phone.
Oh, I think it can handle that.
If it's broken, maybe they fire me at Deutsche Welle, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. But much more important than festivals, of course, is Carnival for Cologne. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Carnival. We haven't talked about that. Of course, I know what it is, but maybe you could tell us actually in a short version what is Carnival in Cologne, especially in Cologne.
yes. So in Cologne, I mean, it's known as the 5th season, and it's, to an outsider, it looks like just sort of putting on crazy costumes and maybe getting a bit drunk in the streets.
A bit.
But there is more to it than that. I mean, it's got a lot of tradition behind it. It's also not just about the parties, but it's also about the parades and things like that. And the Sitzungen, I'm not really sure what you'd call them in English.
Stunksitzung?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like events or an evening where you buy a ticket to go to, and there's lots of different kinds of them. For example, I went to an Immi-Sitzung, which was all done by immigrants.
Yeah, okay.
And it's usually comedy, a bit of drama, music, that kind of thing, entertainment, and everybody also goes along in the audience in their costumes and stuff. So it's really good fun.
Yes, I did all that too back in 2011 and 2012. I love to be here in Cologne during Carnival season. I think it's 6 days, yeah. Heavy drinking and but not only drinking. It's about fun. It's about costumes, you know, and everybody's on the streets. So I'd really love it. What was your last costume?
Oh, the last one. My favourite one, I think, was when I went as the genie from Aladdin. Like that had like a blue swimming cap on, one of those really tight ones.
All right.
With some black hair coming out of it. Also, when my husband and I went as a pineapple and strawberry together, I enjoyed that.
All right. Good team.
But you know, there are also much more hardcore local people. They don't just see Carnival as those 6 days in February.
Yeah.
They see it as, you know, it starts in November, and they will go to events and, you know, things that are organised by their Carnival associations throughout that period.
Yeah.
You just don't necessarily see so much of it.
It's not only the 6 days, of course, and there are a lot of tourists who come here only because of the 6 days, because it's like, it's crazy.
Time.
Yeah, it's party time and it's crazy. Yes, I was a black sheep the last time.
Ah, that's cute. We can see some of the nice older buildings here.
Okay, let me turn around the camera. Köln ist berühmt fürs Nachtleben. Stimmt das? Parag is saying. So Cologne is famous for its nightlife. Is it?
I mean, it has nightlife. It has good nightlife. It's probably not as famous as, for example, Berlin. But it has some good nightlife. I feel like I've forgotten it all because over the last 2 years, obviously, I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah. So no nightlife right now, but it might come back. Yeah, but I think all the big cities in Germany, including Cologne, they have a great nightlife. Yeah. Before the pandemic and after the pandemic, whenever that will be.
It will come.
Yeah. All right. So the tour continues. This side, I think you have to stand in front of the camera because the microphone is switching as well. So the great Rachel is telling us about those houses here on the right hand side of her.
Yeah, so these are like really cute buildings because they're so tall and narrow. You can see over there, you've got one building that you can see it's too far away, but it's this fish market, fish market. So along here is generally known as the fish market. I was trying to find out why, and it seems to go back to around 13th century. So the Rhine River, as we were saying, a really important route for bringing goods along, so transporting goods from one place to another. Some of those goods got fish, a lot of them came from the Netherlands, and they have this rule called the Strafrecht, so like a stepping law, where they would say the people of Cologne have the right to be able to see and buy the goods that came past through Cologne, so it's not just being used as a transport route.
I will switch the camera because the people are saying it's hard to understand you.
Yeah.
Maybe this is better.
Hello, I hope that's better. Yeah, so I was just trying to explain why the area here is called Fish Market. It's got to do with the trading that went on the River Rhine here in the past. And a lot of these buildings were destroyed during the Second World War. So a lot of what we see now isn't actually original, but it has been reconstructed to its original style. So they've done a pretty good job, I think.
All right, so let's turn it around. We can see the houses again.
Yeah.
Yes, I learned my lesson with the microphone, so it's better if it's the selfie camera and Rachel is standing on this way. Thank you for telling me. Which country you support in football? Abhishek is asking.
I mean, I like to support Germany when they're playing, but I don't really know very much about football.
All right.
I don't mind too much.
Can you speak a little of Kölsch?
Oh, okay. So I was thinking...
You prepared something?
This is going to come up, and I realised I actually didn't know that many. Or what's interesting as an outsider, as someone moving here from outside of Germany, is that I think sometimes you don't know what's German and what's the local dialect. Sometimes if you stay in one area, you might not necessarily realise that it is the local dialect. But yeah, one thing I actually said to Lukas earlier, because we were talking about the weather, was es gut wird gut, which is basically like, I think it comes from es kommt wie es kommt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which is
Think so
whatever
too.
comes. So it's kind of like, nothing you can do about it. it's going to happen anyway, so let's just get on with it, which kind of is quite good for the Cologne spirit, I think.
Yeah, it's a special Cologne spirit, I can confirm that, because I lived in quite a couple of cities in Germany, and Cologne is especially welcoming, warm and relaxed, and that's not a prejudice. I'm concerned of that. I'm very convinced. Yeah, convinced is the right word. I'm very convinced. So I had a lot of good experiences here with the people.
Exactly. I think, you know, things like the Carnival tradition and everything show that they are a city. It's a city that likes to have a good time. It's a city that welcomes outsiders, I think, very well. It's also quite international. And I find it quite funny because I often complain in a joking way about how Germany is a little more harsh and less polite than what I'm used to from the UK. And then people say, well, it's a good job I live in Cologne, because that's the most warm and friendly place perhaps.
All right, all right.
I've come to.
All right. Yes, I think our English city here in Germany is Hamburg. I would say so.
I love Hamburg, it's great.
David is saying, jede Jack ist anders.
Jede Jack ist anders, exactly, which is actually a phrase I learnt during a Sitzung that we were just talking about in Carnival. So it means basically everyone's different, everyone's, you know, got their own style or whatever.
Right. The rain is annoying. I want to drop the umbrella. Okay, is the public transport system quite good in Cologne and NRW? NRW is North Rhine-Westphalia, the federal state here.
I mean, I'm gonna say, we can go that way.
Over there?
Yeah, we go around that way. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, so I have to travel a lot, or normally I would have to travel a lot between here and Bonn, and also around Cologne, because VW offices are in a different city in Bonn. And I have lots of trouble with the train, so I'm not a huge fan. I think they need to perhaps do a bit more investing in the local transport.
All right. Wait, whoever who is watching this, maybe they can do something about that. Rachel is not happy.
I'll send a letter of complaint.
Yes. Okay, maybe I flip the camera just so you can see where we are right now. Cologne on the River Rhine. How long will this live stream be? I think another hour, more or less. So that's the Hohenzollern Bridge, where we've been right now. I think a couple of minutes ago, where we were looking for the love padlock from Rachel and Manu. This is the River Rhine with a lot of water right now.
Everything looking kind of grey and brown. Always look like this.
Yes, over there's the Hauptbahnhof, the main train station. On that side is the Kölner Dom. We've seen that a couple of times, and now we continue. Can you speak a little bit German between both of you, please? I don't know who else speaks German on this channel, but okay, let's try. Just a bit. Hallo Rachel, wie geht es dir?
Es geht mir super, danke. Außerdem, dass ich ein bisschen nass bin. Und dir?
Ja, mir geht es auch ganz gut. Ich muss aber allerdings sagen, es ist etwas anstrengend, mit Schirm und Selfie-Stick hier durch die Gegend zu turnen. Aber es macht Spaß.
Ja, ich glaube, du hast einen leicht schwerer Job als ich gerade. Also ich freue mich, dass du das machst mit dem Selfie-Stick, muss ich sagen.
Okay, enough of German, because I know a lot of people don't understand. This channel's in English, so we keep talking in English. Have you ever been to the Mustard Museum there? You are very close.
Yes, there's a mustard museum, there's a beer museum, there's all sorts of museums I actually haven't been to. There's a carnival museum.
And a chocolate museum.
Oh, I've been there, obviously.
I think.
We have to jump over a massive... Are we actually going to aim?
Okay.
That's our prize book.
Yeah, okay. You go first. Okay, the people are asking what's next, where we're going to. I think we need a small break here, right?
Yes, let's do a little break here. We're actually going to show you some of what I think are the cutest little buildings in Cologne now, and then we will wander around into the main old bit of town, which is very pretty, and then we'll see whether we want to have a little refreshment perhaps. Maybe show you guys some food.
Water or something.
Oh yes, that's true.
So yeah, we can show you. Someone said just go under a roof. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, there aren't so many rooms around.
This is a nice spot Rachel found for the worst case, and this is actually the worst case. So that's why we're hiding here, like just for a moment. Yeah, and those are the typical restaurants and Brauhäuser already here at the River Rhine.
I think that one there's got, I mean, a couple of them are associated with breweries, but the sort of bigger main breweries are behind here in the Altstadt. But there are lots of nice restaurants and cafes that people in good weather will always be sitting outside, or sometimes you get those little blankets to sit outside when it's a little bit chilly. And during Carnival, this area is completely crazy. So I recommend coming to have a look, but don't get stuck.
Yeah. All right. I need a sip of water. Maybe you can help me out.
Hold. So I actually don't come down here very often. When you live somewhere, you end up not really seeing the centre that much. Oh, you who have a cuppa. I would love to have a cuppa right now. If we should have brought a flask with some tea in it. That would have been quite nice. Is it German? Ah, good for you, Siobhan. We're glad to hear there are some German speakers here. We were actually saying before we started that it's quite easy for us to slip between English and German. So if we say some German words, we're sorry.
Your next country to visit?
Oh, my next country. Well, I mean, we can't plan so well at the moment, but I actually was really keen to go and see Slovenia.
Where?
Slovenia, or Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Yeah, obviously they should have great nature, and I'm getting into camping slowly.
Oh, this is very German, actually, right?
Yeah, it took
you
me
talked
a while.
about that.
Yeah, I didn't really do much camping before I came here, but I'm getting into it more now, and also walking. So yeah, I'd be really keen to see. They apparently have great walking routes there. Oh, which is your favourite Viertel? Someone's asking. So Viertel is like the local way of saying Viertel, which means
district.
quarter or district.
Yeah.
My favourite is obviously probably where I live, Nippes, which also has the great area Agnes Viertel really close to it, and I think that's really nice. But I think the south of the city is probably the most attractive overall, because it's got a good mixture of got a mixture of students but also locals. It's very lively, there's a lot going on. Perhaps in some of the other areas in my area as well it can be a bit quieter. So coming from London before, I need a bit of life outside.
It's not London, it's Hereford. Or here.
That was before. Hereford, exactly.
Hereford! Alright, yes. You were born there, right?
I was born in Hereford.
In Western England.
Not so much life there.
Okay, alright.
Very pretty, but a bit quiet.
What else is coming in?
Oh, greetings from Canada, hello. Oh, the best German movie, or you can answer that one. What's the best German film?
Oh. Das Leben der Anderen.
Oh, that's great.
The Life of Others, I think it's called in English, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a pretty good movie about espionage in the German Democratic Republic. That's a very short summary of what the movie's about. But I don't want to spoil
no spoilers,
too much.
But that's very good. That's definitely worth watching. I wonder if there are any new films. I haven't seen any for a while.
A new film, a new German film.
Yeah, I'm actually, I would say overall, I haven't seen that many good German films. But series, there are many more German series that are becoming better.
I think there was a question about German behavior.
Ooh.
I saw if it's very rude to. Is it rude to ask Germans what party they are going to vote for in the coming federal elections? Oh, is this rude? Is it a question for me or for you?
I mean, you answer first.
No, it depends. The people say Wahlgeheimnis. Wahlgeheimnis. So it's the secret of the vote. You know, if you give that as an answer, then it's all right. You know, you can't push anybody to tell you. So it's a secret. If it's rude to ask that, I'd say no. It's not rude.
I think as long as you're totally fine with them also saying no, I don't want to tell you, then why not? You can ask. And most people I would talk to, I would say, are quite open and want to discuss these things anyway. Especially at the moment, it's really exciting what's going to happen this year. So people do want to know what each other's thoughts are on it.
And we vote in September.
Yes.
Can you vote?
no, I can't vote.
Because you're English?
Yeah.
She can't vote.
I find that ridiculous. I think if you live somewhere, you know, for a certain amount of time, I think you should get the right. I can still vote in the UK, strangely enough, but
You have to go to
can't
the
vote
embassy,
here.
or how do you do that?
I do it by postal vote.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, what's my favourite Kölsch? Oh, two people asking the same question, David and Hendry at the same time. Great minds think alike. I would say, I think actually when people have a favourite Kölsch, it's probably not always just to do with the actual taste of it, because, you know, they're all good. But often it's to do with maybe the brewery that you like going to the most, or for me, it has a lot to do with the design of the bottle. So I really like the Peter's Kölsch bottles because they're like cute little stubby ones, and they make that, they've got that plop cap at the top,
Okay.
you know, where you like push it and it just plops open.
Like another
That's
beer
great
from
fun.
Northern Germany.
Exactly, yes,
Okay.
I know what you're thinking of. But there, you know, there's lots of really good ones, and I actually had a look yesterday to see how many breweries there even are of Kölsch. There's apparently 13, because it's quite a strict designation, the title Kölsch. So you have to brew it within 50 kilometers of Cologne, and you have to follow the traditional process, which is top fermenting, and it follows the Reinheitsgebot, which is the German brewing law, which is also
1516.
1516, very
I think.
very important, and
Yeah.
lots of German beer does follow that law. So yeah, there's strict rules if you want to call your beer a Kölsch.
The questions are disappearing, so I think it's like that, top chat, and then you can scroll through this. Which is your favorite rainy season food? Jadao Abishek is asking.
I would say Spätzle.
Okay. What is the famous Köln food? Like currywurst, or is it to Berlin?
Well, I think there's a lot of argument, right, about where currywurst even really does come from. So I'm not going to voice an opinion on that in case I make some enemies. But what else would you eat in Cologne? It's a good question. Oh, Himmel and Erd, which is like the local way of saying, I mean, it means heaven and earth. It's a dish which is potato, black pudding, so it's sort of blood sausage, and apple and cabbage.
All right.
I mean, it
Heavy.
doesn't. It's actually okay compared to some of the other things you could get. It doesn't look very attractive on the plate, but I would say that's the same with a lot of German food. But it tastes pretty good.
What are the best day trips from Köln, from Cologne?
Oh, from Cologne. Well, obviously Bonn. That's a very cute city. It's got a really nice old town and lots of museums. Where else could you go to? Düsseldorf's not that far either. There's quite a big rivalry between Cologne and Düsseldorf. But
Or the Eifel?
oh yes,
It's a
that's
hilly region
lovely.
here, close by, and I think it's good for, I don't know, walking around?
Definitely, yeah. Eifel's got really nice. It's kind of really good just for sort of countryside retreat, and it's not that far away from Cologne. So if you need to escape the city, that's a really good spot.
And you can go to Netherlands, it's not too far from here.
Yeah.
It's also attractive, a nice country. Can you please send some Brötchen to America? We miss that good bread here. Okay, Lauren Ruhe, yeah,
put
give
some
us
in
your
the
address. She's gonna wrap something up for you. If you're visiting Alter Markt, you should see Weinhaus Brunks. It's a lovely building.
Yeah, that's really cute. Actually.
Oh, that's my mom.
Oh, hello. Hi, Lucas's mum.
All right, we can continue. I can take that again.
Cool. Okay. We can just have a quick look at the little houses there.
Okay. Ah,
We have to go back into the rain now.
the rain didn't stop. Hallo, guten Tag is someone saying. Hola, girl. Hello.
Hola. ¿Qué tal?
Hola, ¿qué tal?
So here, if you look on the buildings, you can see the dates on them.
Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera. Sue is saying, hi, Lukas' mom. That's cute. Yeah. All right. Ah, yeah, there's the date.
Yeah, so on the left-hand side, on the green building, I actually thought originally that was 1935, but I
it's
think
12.
it's a 2, right? So
Yeah.
it's a 12, and these houses, the oldest houses go back to the year 1100. So.
All right. So really, really old houses. Grüße aus Düsseldorf is saying, Joannine. Greetings back to Düsseldorf.
Hello.
Is eating pineapple with pizza, is it cool? Is someone asking?
People always ask asked about pineapple on live stream. I'm never quite sure about it. Personally, I'm a huge fan of pineapple on pizza, so just to be controversial.
All right, all right, all right.
And there's a lot of Italian restaurants in Germany, loads in Cologne, and they all offer pineapple.
All
We're
right.
about to go past the beer museum.
Like this. The beer museum? Ah,
Yes.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never been, but
I'm looking like Ed Sheeran, Shining Star is saying.
you do have it.
I don't think so. I don't. I don't look like Ed Sheeran. That's the beer museum. I lived here for 2 years and I haven't ever seen the beer museum.
Yeah, it's tucked away on a tiny street.
Wow. But this is lovely. It's a small, narrow street with
Yeah.
old buildings and bars. It's really comfortable here.
The little streets are known as Gasse, right? Gasse?
Ah, Gassen, yeah.
Yeah.
Gassen, like a narrow. How do you call that in English?
I would call it an alleyway. or an
Alleyway.
alley.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's like a very cute, narrow, usually cobblestones that we've got here.
Someone is saying it looks like England.
It does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
There's a car coming. We have to jump a puddle.
We're just dodging all the obstacles as we go.
Hallo.
Oh,
Sie kennt sich hier aus.
bisschen.
This is gonna be funny. People are asking Rachel where to go. Tschüss. Could you help or could you?
I failed my test as a local.
Actually, I knew that. Okay.
I always say yes when people ask questions, just in case.
Yeah. And then you send them somewhere else. That's what people in Latin America do. Yeah, I know where that is.
That way.
Over,
that way.
yeah, over there on the left. Like this. Okay.
Yeah, so we were just talking about the cute little alleyways.
Yeah. So if this is English, what we can see in the background here,
Oh, yeah.
or it's not.
Well, I think that the UK, England, has a lot of well-preserved old parts of their cities. So yeah, sometimes I definitely do get, it is a bit reminiscent of little parts of the old town. Same in the countryside actually in Germany. I find that when you get into the green spaces, it often does remind me of home.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been to London, to Shoreditch,
Oh, lovely.
and this is a little bit like Shoreditch, a little bit. They have alleys there too.
Yeah, they do, that's true. Shoreditch is great.
How often does it rain? Is someone asking.
I wanted to say in German, gefühlt jeden Tag.
Yeah.
Feels like every day. No, but that's very pessimistic of me. It's actually, like I said, been really nice recently. So
It's just today.
here you can see the sign that says Gasse that we were just talking about.
Ah, yeah.
It's quite far away.
Can you
but-
read it? Salzgasse? Oh, maybe I flipped the camera.
Oh yeah, we can go through.
Yeah, Salzgasse, Salt Alley.
Salt Alley.
All right. Oh. And we keep on going through the narrow streets of Cologne.
These are the kind of views you sometimes see in these streets. If you look on Instagram of Cologne, it's the kind of shots you might get because they look really cute with all the tiny houses and
All right.
stones.
Or on the other side, with a shot with the Hohenzollernbrücke and the Cologne Cathedral in the
Of
background.
course, of
That's
course.
like
That's the money shot. In
Yeah.
the
Oh, another.
Oh,
Isn't
okay.
that the car you?
Oh, it might be.
I think they're still lost. I don't know if. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted them to go past. I've been here a couple of times back then.
I wouldn't advise driving around the streets.
No, driving is not good.
It's very
No.
narrow.
This is on foot here.
Did you spend much time in the old part of town when you were here?
From time to time, I like touristic places actually.
Okay.
So
I suppose you are a travel presenter.
yeah, I used to live on the other side of the Rhine, on Schelsig, on the bad side,
Ah, yes.
in Mülheim, at Wiener Platz. I used to call it Vienna Plaza because it was so shiny and clean. And I had my Stammkneipe, so my how do you call that?
Your
My
Like
pub,
a go-to pub.
my go-to pub over there. But from time to time, I was here in the old city center. I like it.
It is nice. I really enjoy it when people come and visit me to come back here and to show them stuff.
Then you have a good reason.
Exactly, yeah. And then you know you are sort of showing off bits of your city, so it's quite nice. But it's not somewhere you necessarily come that often when you live here.
This is Neumarkt, right?
Heumarkt.
Heumarkt. Oh no,
Yeah.
I should
I
know
always get
that.
confused between them as well.
All right. And
So here are lots of like outdoor seating possibilities. When it's nice weather, you'll get lots of people having cafe culture here.
yeah, and we will show you. Of course, no one's outside right now.
Look at the very sad, empty restaurant.
Someone is asking if I have any recommendations for Mülheim because they're gonna move there soon.
Oh, cool.
Actually, is it Mülheim an der Ruhr, so the other city, or Mülheim right here in Cologne? Because that's a district, a Fehde. Yeah. I like Wiener Platz. So there's a lot of movement going on, and everything is pretty close, and they have a lot of nice pubs there. So I really liked it. And of course, Kolbstraße. That's a kind of Turkish street. There are a lot of Turkish and Arabic people with a lot of good food there. So Mülheim and Cologne, yes, that's the place to be. I'd say.
I think someone actually asked about Turkish food earlier, and yeah, there's
All right.
tons of really good Turkish food here.
Yeah.
And actually, lots of stuff from Turkish cuisine I discovered for the first time here because there's less of it in the UK than there is here. Yeah.
Are you saying I'll be close to Wiener Platz actually? Okay, perfect. Yes, Buchheimer Straße. That's the place to be. All right, I flipped the camera again. Oh.
Can I hold that?
It's all right, it's all right. So this is Heumarkt in Cologne. Rainy, empty, sad.
A little sad at the moment, but usually in summer quite happy because they have, at least for 1 week, they have the Cologne Wine Week over there, which is great. I really recommend it because you get lots of the vineyards, people representing different vineyards locally, but also some from further away, and you can go and get little taster glasses, and it's just really lovely.
All right, good. Where do we go next, Rachel?
So
My private city guide.
we can go around the corner and go back into the Alter Markt, which is the main part of the old town.
All right.
It means Old Market, or Old Market Square. And yeah, probably a good time to see this area is also during the Christmas markets because they have, I can't actually remember if it's 7, 8, 9 different Christmas markets in Cologne in the main central area, as well as smaller ones in the smaller theatres as well. There's one here, there's another one at Altermarkt, which is sort of medieval themed.
All right.
Which is cool. I think, yeah, if you're coming to Cologne for the first time, I would probably recommend coming in winter, in December, for the Christmas market. Because, yeah, it's something you have to see once, and it gives you that magical festive feeling. You can't deny it, even if you're trying to be more of a Grinch about it.
Okay, so you're not a Weihnachtsmuffel.
Not at all, no, I like it.
What can we see here?
Oh, here we go, currywurst!
Yeah. We talked about that earlier, but we won't eat a currywurst right now.
Not right now. But yeah, apart from that, I would say Cologne's nicest in the summer, like most cities. So either Christmas markets or, of course, Carnival in February, and then otherwise it's really nice.
Andre is asking, what was your last carnival costume? You were a fruit?
I was a strawberry.
A strawberry, yes, and I was a black sheep. Okay.
So here we have more like traditional pubs, Kneipe.
This is Altermarkt, you said?
This is Altermarkt.
Ah, yeah, of course. Yes, I'm gonna show you around. Altermarkt in Cologne. Yes, and they're asking, fish and chips or currywurst? I think you had a song about that, right?
I did. And I always answer, but the thing is, now I've turned vegetarian, I can't have either of them, so...
But there's a vegetarian currywurst. I don't know if there's a vegetarian version of fish and chips.
I mean, I was in a big supermarket recently where they had lots of vegan fish alternatives, but I'm just not sure that's my cup of tea.
Okay.
But the thing that combines, or that brings currywurst and fish and chips together is obviously the chips. So I'll just stick to that.
All right. Okay. Go vegan, guys. Dünjavan is saying. Yes, I'm trying that from time to time actually. But you have to focus on what you're buying all the time
It's hard.
because you never know if there's like a dairy product in it. But I'm trying.
Should we maybe hide underneath the thing?
Oh yeah!
Hopefully?
It's heavy rain right now, really heavy rain, and I think you can hear it, guys. You can hear it, but you can't feel it because you're at home, I guess with your cell phone or your laptop, and it's not raining there. Oh. I'm getting a cramp here in the hand.
I very much appreciate it. Hold for a bit now.
Oh.
I really appreciate that Lukas is doing all of the hard work here, having to protect the camera and also hold up the stick all the time. So let's see, what is your favourite carnival song? Lots to choose from. I would say, I really like Lieve Marie. You know that one?
Can you sing that?
Lieve Marie. You know that one? No, I'm not
No,
gonna sing
I don't know
anymore.
Lieve Marie. I know a lot of carnival songs too, but
Or, I mean, the classic one is just shouting Kölle Allah.
ah ja, the one, et jit kein Wort, Gott sagen könnt, was ich fühl, wenn ich
Yes.
in Köln denk. Oh, oh, oh. I see, like that. Yeah.
My main problem with them is I don't always know what the actual words are. So I'm just like, I know the song and I know the tune a bit, but
Yeah.
I can't say the words always, which is a shame. I need to practice.
Okay. Flip the questions. Missing Druf Rati in this life. Yeah.
We'll have to get him over for the next one.
Yes, he's gonna be here again soon. Guten Morgen, Barbarossa Platz. Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Black Föß is a little bit old-fashioned.
Oh yeah, Cat Baloo's good as well.
My husband is vegetarian, and whenever we go back to visit his family in Germany, they are very confused.
I do think it's improving for vegetarians here. It's just taking, a little bit of time. In most restaurants in Cologne, I would say, unless they're vegetarian speciality, you only have a couple of options, but it'll get there.
And Erik is saying, I'm riding my bike in Chicago right now. And you're texting while you're riding your bike?
What?
Don't do that.
Road safety.
All right. Great, I think we got it.
Cool.
Yeah?
Can show, I'm just going to turn the camera around.
So they can see
My
that
finger's
we're
too wet.
suffering.
But just up there, that is the old City Hall. And just to the left of it, you can't really see, but there is like the modern part of it. And I just find it quite amusing how contrasting style of architecture they are. The modern bit's really quite horrible.
Can we see the other building?
It's just there between
That one?
that one, right? Yeah, exactly, right there with the
All
sort
right.
of crisscross front. Not very attractive, but this building's lovely. There's a lot of construction going on right now, so we can't really get much closer to it.
All right.
And apparently that's the oldest city hall in the whole of Germany. So claim to fame.
I didn't know that. But our city hall in Leipzig is much more beautiful.
Now that's true.
Would you share some information about Universität zu Köln? Is it far from where you are?
Oh, it's not too far.
Universität zu Köln, that's Cologne University?
Yes. There are actually, I think, 3 universities here. So there's the Technical University, the main university, and I shouldn't call it the main university, that's probably, but the University of Cologne and the Sports University, which is very famous worldwide, I think. And yeah, the main university, or University of Cologne, is not too far. You can get to it that direction next to a park called Aachener Weiher. And you definitely feel when you're in that area that there's lots of students around. I used to really like hanging out there. No, I'm maybe a little bit too old.
We wanted to go to Aachener Weiher. That's like a small, I think, artificial lake, right?
I mean, I assume so. It's very square.
Yeah, it's a square lake, yeah. But due to the weather, we can't do the whole tour. But we'll still be on the stream, and I think there's something more coming up, right?
Yes, exactly.
What was the last one?
The last one, I think, was asking if I did much research about Cologne before I came here.
Ah, okay. Did you?
No, like zero, because I came here because my now husband was already living here. So I came back and forth a few times, visited, and was a bit of a tourist. And then I lived here for a few months for a while as well. I don't know, 2012 or something. So I didn't really research anything at all about it before. I just sort of let it sort of let the experience come. And I really enjoyed exploring the city as a tourist, and now I feel like I know it quite well. I feel like I'm almost a local. So, wait,
this one and then top chat.
Just getting down with the technology.
I'm from Spoho.
Yay, shout out to Spoho, that's the way people refer to the sports university.
Sporthochschule Köln, yes.
Yeah.
I know some people from there too.
Yeah, my husband.
They brag about it. Oh,
yeah.
Does he do too?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Because you have to pass a really quite crazy.
You have to swim 200 meters in 2 seconds or something,
Yeah.
and then they brag about it.
Yeah.
Good for them.
It's like
I wouldn't have passed it.
Tasheki's Castle or something.
Takeshi's Castle, I love that. Carlos Eduardo is saying, because of the war, over 90% of the old town got destroyed.
I read 70%, but yes, a very high percentage was destroyed, and they've done a lot of reconstruction to try and keep it to its original look.
Then we have Rachel, that's the research question. And Eugene is saying, hello aus Houston, Texas.
Ooh, hi.
Hello, Texas.
Howdy.
Great, okay, we continue?
Okay, we'll give it a go.
I can take the selfie stick again.
Are you feeling time for refreshment?
Yeah. Oh, there's something coming up.
Should we have a refreshment?
I think it's a really good time for a refreshment right now.
No, I have to make sure I can find the right place.
Oh, this weather is killing me. But maybe, no one is saying it, but I'm saying it. Rachel, the people are saying you should do the rain dance. Okay, that's our rain dance. All right.
Wow, we really picked the worst day to
Yeah.
do it.
Actually, I didn't pick this day.
Was it me?
I don't know. Who was it in the end? I don't know.
I'm sorry. Here we are on the corner. That's our spot.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now we're headed to a Brawlhaus. That's well, a place where you can get some food and of course a fresh Kölsch. That's the beer from here. And we can just go in.
Yes, we're going to go in and see if we can get a spot inside.
All right. Follow us. +1 for Rachel doing a rain dance. DW Euromax is saying. We put the mask on, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If I put mine, then I can hold.
All right.
Okay.
Good to go. Salúdame, Lucas, desde Venezuela. Me llamo Tania. Hola, Tania. Te mando muchos saludos desde Colonia. All right. Hello from Connecticut, US. Rachel is just asking where we can sit down. She's already ordering drinks. Ja, ich würde so einen Kölsch, würde ich auch. Ja? Darf ich mal kurz zu Ihnen rüberschwenken? Ist das okay? Ja? They are attending us here at Brawlhaus zum Prinzen, right?
Genau, yes.
Okay, vielen Dank. Okay. Yes, Billy Idol in the background. Oh, the people are so aware of everything. Okay, all right. I'll just follow you. Gaffelkölsch is it then? The people are saying. Gaffelkölsch. I think that's the Kölsch they're drinking here. Rain, rain, go away. Let's ask the people. It's Billy Idol in the background. Maybe we don't sit close to the loudspeakers, and then it's all right. Take a look at this guy. Like this. Who is that? Okay, we have to, yeah, and then we put the camera here.
Did anyone guess his name?
The Prince of Cologne. Actually, yes, he's the Prince of Cologne.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we have to prepare ourselves here. Like this. And if the music's too annoying, we could ask the nice people to turn it down a little. I don't know if it's annoying or not. Oh, da kommt ja schon was.
Braucht ihr auch eine Speisekarte oder trinkt ihr nur gemütlich was?
Ich glaube, ich trinke nur was, oder?
Und ein Snack, oh komm.
Okay, dann ist es auch möglich, dass die Musik ein bisschen leiser ist? Ja, danke.
Das ist lieb von Ihnen, danke. Okay, I'm still figuring out this to be like that.
Show you my refreshment already?
Ah, all right, yeah. It's a little dark here.
It's a little bit. We could go that way around. So I'm getting some...
Ah, it's all right. Vielen Dank.
Danke.
Okay. Do you recognize this guy?
Is it not Gallagher?
Yeah. This is my favorite. This is my favorite sweater, and I always wear it, but today especially for you.
Oh, very
because
good.
I'm a huge Oasis fan, and Oasis is from England, and I love this sweater.
Very good band. So we say Prost.
Prost. Cheers to you. This is a very typical Kölsch beer.
And the interesting thing about them is mostly the size of the glasses. So this is probably among the smallest beers you'll get in Germany.
Yeah, 0.2 liters,
0.2,
right?
and it's called a Stange,
yeah.
Kölsch Stange. But you can even get 0.1 in some places. It is possible.
0.1?
You can, I have seen them before, 0.1, so like a little...
So the glass is even smaller?
Yes.
Okay, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
But it means that the beer always remains cold, so that's very nice.
All right. Cheers. Yeah, Nicole Meissner. Cheers to you too. Bill is saying, my son tells me there is a huge rivalry between Köln and Düsseldorf.
It's true. I think I got quite caught up in that as well when I was becoming a local here. You sort of think you have to bash Düsseldorf sometimes, but actually they're both great cities. I think there's a big rivalry in terms of lots of things, including beer. So they have Alt in Düsseldorf. Do you prefer Kölsch or Alt?
I can't remember the taste of Alt actually, but Kölsch is alright for me.
Well, considering Alt means old, you can guess a bit about the taste though. But I actually quite like it, it's fine. And it's actually made from a similar process to Kölsch. So.
Andre is saying Cologne is always better. Prost guys, is there like a Cologne drinking song? Yeah, there are a couple of Cologne drinking songs. And I hope that the music is not too loud. For us, I think it's okay. If it's annoying, we could tell the staff maybe. Viele Grüße aus Mexiko-Stadt.
Hi.
Hello to Mexico. No glass tap on the table after your... Oh, I can't read this.
Oh, is that one of those good luck things where you have to tap the glass?
Oh. Okay, Lauren is asking, no glass tap on the table after your cheers? Is it correct that it's rude to drink without cheering first? Something I learned about German culture. Well, she's a German culture expert, so please enlighten us.
I think you could definitely chime in on this as a German. I've definitely learned that you always cheers. I think someone told me recently that if the number of people in a group is more than, for example, 10, you can get away with just raising your glass.
Okay.
You don't have to go around everybody.
Okay.
But if it's a smaller group, you would make the effort to go around and, very importantly, look straight in their eyes.
Yeah, that's a German thing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can light us up with my cell phone.
We could also turn, if we put the camera there.
Like this?
Woo!
It's not too bad, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's not too bad.
Here we are. So, now you can get a much better look at our beers.
Yes, we put the beer here so you can see better. Cheers again.
Cheers. And actually, that's interesting. I also heard that you generally cheers on the bottom here.
Did I do something
You
un-German?
did the top.
Yeah, is it bad?
I mean, it's just something I've heard recently.
No, but my hand was there, so I couldn't.
True,
Okay, but Rachel is not the only one who is showing me something from her region. I brought something too.
Ooh.
Yes, there's a present coming up for
Okay, this is exciting.
for Rachel Stewart.
I have been to Leipzig once, and actually it was for work.
All
I was
right.
there for one day, and we were filming, and it was completely the opposite to this. It was boiling hot 2
All right.
years ago in the summer.
But that's great.
It was really good. Not so fun for carrying camera equipment, but it was really lovely. I really liked the city.
I hope I brought the present, and I hope it's not soaked.
Oh, he's talked it up now, and he hasn't brought it.
What do you think? What did I bring?
Something from Leipzig.
No, it's from Eastern Germany. It's not necessarily from Leipzig.
Rotkäppchen-Sekt.
Rotkäppchen-Sekt. That's sparkling wine, right?
Yeah.
From Eastern Germany, and I could have brought that actually. Damn it, I didn't. Okay. We have Hartperlak. Okay, Stollen. Stollen. Yeah, that would be from Dresden. Yeah, but Stollen. That's a special cake.
Like bready cake, right?
Yeah,
It's
with
sweet,
raisins and butter and everything. But it's during the Christmas season, so wouldn't fit right now. No, I brought something else. But it's.
I'm very excited. I think what it's gonna be. Oh, what is it?
It's a special chocolate from East Germany. I think you don't get it in the supermarket here.
I've never seen it.
It's a little wet from the outside and a little chewy because it was warm in the
Can we
backpack.
open it?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
We bring our own snacks.
I gave that one to my brother for Christmas, and he didn't like it. But maybe you do.
I mean, I love chocolate, so I think it's very unlikely that I'll not.
Chocolate, Bambina chocolate from Eastern Germany.
What's in it? Nuts.
Yeah, stuff. You can show. Can you see it?
Kind of light brown on the inside. Oh, tastes a bit like fudge.
Do you like it? Tell me the truth. Do you like my present, Rachel?
Wait a minute, I'm still experiencing it.
Okay. Can I experience my present too?
Feel free. Okay, I'd give it like a 5 out of 10.
5 out of. Okay, you're like my brother.
If I was hungry, I'd be very grateful. But I'm slightly disappointed because I was expecting more actual chocolate. Oh, but it's caramel. That's what it is.
There's a number saying Drew would have loved this over the nuts. Yeah, in the last live stream, I had nuts on me.
Oh, this is much better.
Then offered nuts to him, and he didn't want to eat the nuts.
Okay, I did better in the snacks game.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's growing on me.
No hard feelings. Leipziger Lerche. Yeah, that's something special from Leipzig too, but I didn't bring that.
What is that?
It's chocolate. Leipziger Lerche. That's it's like a bread, and there used to be a Lerche in it, so a bird. But then they just changed it with marzipan. Marzipan. So it's bread with marzipan in it, I'd say. Chocolate and beer, someone is asking. Yeah. Well, perfect combination.
And Leipzig and Cologne.
No.
East Germany and Cologne. Very good.
Or Germany and England.
I don't have any English snacks with me, sadly.
Maybe that's good.
I'm gonna look at the I'm gonna look at the menu just to see if we've got some traditional Cologne stuff on here.
Oh, this was too early. Actually, this is like the dessert, right? Maybe we can have a typical snack.
I'm just wondering if they have some typical stuff. Oh, they've got Angus steak, which is from Scotland. They have what I mentioned earlier, so the Himmel und Erd. I don't know if you can see the name because it's written so. It looks
It's
very
too small.
weird.
It's too small, I think.
Yeah, well, it's got like an A with an umlaut on it, and then another A with an umlaut on it, and
Umlaut is 2 dots.
yeah, dot on the top. So it looks very strange when you're reading it. Yeah, and that's blood sausage with pureed potatoes. Mashed
This is a vegetarian option, and it's not too big.
Yeah, you can explain that one because it's very confusing when you read that for the first time.
Yeah, there's a small vegetarian option here. It's called halve Hahn. It could sound like half of a chicken,
Yeah, exactly.
but it's not. Actually, it's there it says in English, half a rye bun with Gouda cheese. Yeah, so that's the vegetarian option. And I think it's good. For me, it's good. Maybe you want
very,
big schnitzel or something. I don't know.
I just really enjoy the halve Hahn thing because it's like a very complicated or specific way to essentially just mean a cheese roll.
Well,
It's just a sandwich.
in the end, it's like that. Do they come up here, or do I have to
I think
call
they'll
them?
come back. I didn't
Okay.
think
Yeah, I'm already getting a little impatient. Yeah, that's a problem I have.
So, what people say? Flons, is that thing? It's a wonderful blood sausage. Didn't know.
I mean, chocolate is just chocolate, right? They all must be good.
Yeah, but this chocolate was interesting because it's like got a caramel sort of chewy thing in the middle, which is why I thought it was quite similar to fudge, which we have in the UK. Which the first time my parents-in-law were in the UK with me, I took them to a fudge shop in Bath, which is like a cute little old town. And they were not impressed. It's basically pure sugar.
Okay,
and
alright.
They don't have that much of a sweet tooth, and they were very shocked by fudge.
Not too bad at all for me. Lukas is hungry, someone is saying? Yes, a little.
Of
The
course.
faster you drink the Kölsch, the faster the Kellner will visit you again. Yes, that's something very Cologne-ish. Maybe you can explain it.
Oh yeah, so if you're in like a traditional brewery, Brawlhaus, what you'd need to do is get one of these, which is a Deckel, a beer mat. And if you don't want any more beer, then you just put it like this on top.
Yeah.
And then the waiter or waitress knows that you don't want any more beer. Otherwise, it could be that they come really quickly and give you a fresh one, and you're not even looking, and you've already ordered another beer.
They force you to keep drinking actually. So if you don't want if you don't want anything, you just put this on top, and then they know, okay, you had your last Kölsch.
And then
that's
they won't
very
even
important.
ask you. So,
Since you are an expert of German culture, and you're with Meet the Germans and everything, maybe you can tell me one thing you hate about Germany and one thing you love about Germany. I'm really curious.
Okay. What I often say I don't like about Germany, there's two things. I think it's always often about attitude. So I don't like the initial gruffness that people have. I think that they could sometimes be a little bit kinder to strangers. And also I don't like the bureaucracy. It's a big problem.
Oh, we have two things, all right.
Yeah, but I think they're sort of combined in a way. But I love a lot of things as well about Germany. If I had to pick just one, what I often think of is the love of nature and being outside. So I think I have actually increased how often I go outside. Like I said, I like camping now. I like hiking. Stuff which I thought was okay before, but I didn't do it very often. And I think that people appreciate green spaces and gardens and balconies so much here.
More than they do in England?
Yeah. I mean, most places in England you would never even think to have a balcony. But here, everyone's searching for a flat. The most important thing is balcony.
A balcony, yes. Guess what? I don't have one.
Oh no, we have a very nice one.
Gustav was saying Helene Fischer. Yeah, but it's not Helene Fischer in the background right now.
Sadly, no.
Favorite camping spot in Germany?
Ooh. Well, I had a really good camping experience along the Mosel.
It's a river?
So that's a river, but it's also an area, and it's got like it's like a really nice wine area as well. And they often have camping plätze, so camping spots, camping grounds that are right next to the river, and it's just really pretty. But also I was in Freiburg last year or the year before, and was camping in a camper van. That was really nice too.
All right.
You a camper?
I'm not a camper at all, but I did that for the program I present for check-in last year in Uckermark. That's the region where Angela Merkel grew up, and actually it wasn't too bad. Rachel, what was your last travel destination or the most far? Sue is asking.
Well, the most far? Oh, my last travel destination was last year in summer. So it was once things started, basically like this year, it started to open up a little bit in Germany in the summer. And we went on a camping trip so that we avoided hotels and things. And we started off in Freiburg, and then we went down to Elba, which is an island just off Italy. Really nice, very highly recommended. It was full of Germans.
And that wasn't that good?
It was, at least I understood everybody because I don't speak Italian.
You are German too, Rachel. Don't tell me you are German too.
But it was really beautiful there. Yeah.
Okay, Shotgun Gaming is asking, most livable city in Deutschland? Livable or livable? Livable city in Deutschland?
Oh, there was a study on this recently. I'm trying to remember what the answer was.
I think it was in Munich, right? Although it's very expensive.
So expensive.
Yeah, but I think it's the most livable one. Oh, the waitress is here. So just a second.
What is it? Is it hard?
Ja, ich habe jetzt nicht so den Monsterhunger, aber auch so ein kleines Hüngerchen. Ich glaube, ein halber Hahn ist für mich ganz gut. Ich weiß nicht, was die Dame ist. Du musst zuerst bestimmen.
Ich würde das auch probieren. Wir sind beide vegetarisch, also deswegen.
Okay. Ja, für vegetarische Flammkuchen wäre ganz groß, aber dann
Wahrscheinlich.
Ja.
Ja, dann nehmen wir das.
Ja, zweimal halber Hahn, bitte.
Danke.
You noticed that I ordered first, and I think the lady has to order first.
No, that's so outdated.
Yeah, that's outdated? Okay, alright.
We're equals.
Okay, alright.
You can order his halbe Hahn first.
But you look so fresh. Look at me. I look like...
Quatsch. We look a bit like we're in a little cave, but
Yeah. Or maybe it's better without the light?
it's too dark.
Yeah, but this is okay.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Okay, maybe we tried it without... This is dark, right?
No, it's quite dark. We can
This is
sit back
okay.
a little bit.
Lukas, which one do you like? Oh, okay. Let's check them. Sadra is asking, Lukas, which one do you like the most, Saxony or NRW? I like both federal states very much, so I don't prefer one over the other. Love you from India.
That was the question
Parma
before,
said.
right? Was the most livable city?
Ah, yeah, the most livable city. I think in the study it was Munich, but I'm not sure about that. Sorry.
But I mean, there's loads of really, really good options, and I love that in Germany it's not all focused around the capital city, Berlin. I mean, lots of things happen there, and lots of people love it, and it's a great city. But there are also other cities with really important, strong identities, with really strong industries, that are also really livable and really popular. So,
But we could check this study again, I think. Okay, a lot of questions coming on. How awkward is filming in public sometimes? Further, most awkward story. Sean Douglas is asking. All right, you go first, Rachel.
well, I'm quite lucky that most of the time when I'm filming, it's not live. So there we just sometimes have some people doing silly things in the background. There's quite a funny guy who actually features in one of the videos in Munich when we were filming the episode about World War II. And I was doing quite serious interviews with people in the street. And then this guy with like really funny clothes on and a funny hat, who just was really curious, comes up right behind the guy doing an interview and sort of lifts his hat up and does a funny face. But I wanted to use the quote, so I kept it in the video.
Okay. Okay, but it was the topic was very serious?
Yeah. So we
Okay.
were doing a very serious interview, and he came up and did a silly thing
Okay.
behind him. But
Well, awkward situations. Well, to me, it happens all the time. Actually, when we're filming, it's not live either. And then we do it in 3 languages: it's German, English, and Spanish. So we do it all over again, and then we're at one spot for a couple of minutes or even longer, and have to do it over and over and over again. And just last week, when I went to Sylt, that's an island in northern Germany, we filmed in front of the main station, like the opening, and then there was a group of kids who came there. I don't know, 40 of them, something like that. And then there's a camera, and they stand around the camera like a tribunal. How do you say that? Like someone who's checking on you.
okay.
And I don't know, 10 of them or 5 of them or something. And this, it takes me out of my concentrated mode, you know, when I'm focused. And this can be a little awkward. And then you have to tell them, please go away. We have to film. Yes, you can come back later. Something like that.
Yeah, it's funny how people react when they see a camera sometimes.
Yeah, from time to time it's
You
funny.
get the
Yeah.
people who just run away, and then you get the other people who feel the need to do something silly.
Eric is asking, how did you become comfortable with your body language on camera, Rachel?
Well, I would say there's a big difference if you're doing something like TV, if you're in a studio, and if you're just out and about filming. I think you can feel a lot more relaxed when you're filming with a small crew and you're outside in the natural world. In a studio, I think it's more difficult because
It's more artificial.
You've got all the lights on you. It's more artificial, exactly. So you can be a bit more stiff in a studio.
Hey Lucas, how are you, man? I'm fine. Thank you very much. How are you, Praveen?
He's better now. He's got a beer and a roof over our heads.
Rachel, you've got such beautiful eyes. Mariana is saying.
Oh, thank you. What about Lucas's?
What about my eyes? Yeah, no one is talking about my eyes. How plausible is it to do an American style all round European road trip.
Cool.
Uh,
Very plausible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Europe's big, so plan a lot of time for it, but you could certainly plan a route that would take you, I don't know, say, if you had 2 or 3 weeks, you could do a route with lots of countries in it. You know, it depends how much you want to see from each place, but you can get from, you know, you can go through 3 different countries in a day sometimes if you drive for a long time. That's actually something I really appreciate about being in Germany, is that you're so close to so many other countries. Is it 9 bordering countries?
9 bordering countries, right.
You can just drive over to, so I didn't have that back home in the UK. It's great.
The people are saying we have to put a napkin there, so it's not too shiny.
Oh, clever.
They are
What
very
about
anspruchsvoll. Yeah? Or the other mask?
Not too much. How you can use your mask to be...
This is not too bad. Let's see.
There we
No,
go.
Do you think? Well, you decide, Rachel.
We can do a little bit darker for a while.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
Oh, here we go.
The food is coming.
Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank, das ist lieb. So we have to present the food, of course.
Yeah, very well presented.
We've got our halve Hahn here.
Oh, gerne, ja. Danke.
Yeah, she's asking if we need mustard, and Rachel says, ja, gerne. Please do so. So this is halve Hahn. Bread, butter, cheese, onion.
Dankeschön.
Maybe you can see it better like that. Rachel got the same plate. My onion is
And
almost
mustard.
falling down.
Yeah, so I was saying before, it's a bit like a glorified cheese roll. It is, but they've done very well to present it nicely, so...
And please tell us about the music. If the music is too loud, if it's annoying, then I think we can ask again if they turn it down. Lukas, you got beautiful blue and kind eyes. Did you? Yeah?
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's not the only one, yeah.
Right that, or?
No. Looks delicious, someone is saying. We'll test it.
Yeah, this is a brötchen, it's like a small bread roll. It's probably not the easiest thing to eat on camera, but we'll try.
I have to do that the whole time for a second.
True.
And then they do close-ups with the mouth when the piece is entering. Okay. Guten Appetit, Rachel.
Guten Appetit.
Enjoy your meal, as you say, right?
Thank you. Yeah, actually in the UK we often say bon appetit.
You say oh.
Steal it from the French.
Okay, they say bon appetit. Better looking than Ed Sheeran. Thank you very much. All right. Yes. Okay. You did that with a knife.
Yeah.
Is the sound okay? Please tell us. Oh, Alex is saying, hi Rachel and Lukas, my favorite two from DW,
Thank
from
you
the
very
US.
much. Very glad to hear it.
Sound is okay. Okay, perfect. So you can enjoy the sound. The sound is great. The music is a nice backdrop. Oh, perfect. So we won't change that.
People are enjoying the live experience of us eating food. It's good.
Let's see if I enjoy this too. Did you put butter?
I did.
And then, so butter, then the cheese, and then the onion rings? The rings?
I'm not going to eat much onion, I must admit. I find that very intense to eat raw onion on your bread. My husband loves it, but it's too much. And also, I find it interesting that here, like in the UK, I'd be used to eating rolls and sandwiches where you'd put it back together and you'd eat it as a sandwich. Whereas here, you always eat a brötchen with like a belegtes Brötchen, which is like a roll with something on it. You eat it in 2 halves.
Yeah, it's totally normal for me. Okay, what is very German about me? Maybe you can tell me. You know, because I opened up the bread and I put this there, and this was like a very German thing. So what's very German? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm actually going to test how you...
Are you checking on your
I'm going to check how you eat something.
Cut the cheese.
Because I learned recently that, I was actually at my parents-in-law and we were eating some food, and I eat like that.
Yeah.
And put stuff on the back of my fork.
I don't do that.
And all Germans seem to do it like that.
So that's very German about me if I don't do that?
If you do it this way
This
around,
and then...
that's
Yeah.
German.
Yeah. But this is normal, actually.
But I was
you know,
just taught that's bad manners to do it like that.
It
That's
might-
like shoveling
but it's
it in your
practical.
mouth. It's much more practical.
It's bad manners too to clean the nose on the table, but I have to do that.
And this is Gouda cheese, which is actually Dutch, right?
Yeah.
Gouda is Dutch?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but it's really popular here, so you almost always will get Gouda everywhere.
Lucas, pay attention to the chat. I am strange is saying. Yes, I'm paying attention to the
please.
chat, but I need to eat and everything, you know, and I need to pay attention to Rachel. I need to pay attention to everybody. Buen provecho. Gracias. Thank you very much. Why are the beer glasses so small?
Because then your beer stays fresh and cold, and you can order another one, or they'll just bring you another one, and it will also be cold. It's actually a really good idea.
Okay, but now it's time to eat. So you didn't put onion on it?
I mean, I'll put a tiny one on it.
I'll put some tiny ones on
Wow.
it.
Okay, he's gonna stink in a minute, so I might have to
All right,
move away.
I'm gonna put it down back again.
Okay, I'm going for it.
Okay.
Crunchy.
Oh. Lecker. Lecker means delicious. Greetings from Canada.
Hello. I just had about this much onion.
Oh, you put onion on it?
I put one piece on it, and that is enough.
No.
Like, that is my limit.
Okay. So I'll have 2 onion rings on it. Okay, another question for you. Not from the community. I've checked out some videos on the way from Leipzig to Cologne. I was binge watching Meet the Germans, and it's very funny and creative, and I really love it. No, I'm not saying it like that. I really mean it.
Thank you.
And the most famous, or the most clicked one, that's what my editorial stuff told me, is the one in the sauna. Yeah. Why is that? Is it because of nudity, or is it because of the great content, Rachel?
I would like to say it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
You definitely get on YouTube the people complaining, saying there's no nudity in this video. Why does it have nudity in the title? But it did also cause quite a good discussion underneath about saunas and comparing it to other cultures. Yeah, especially there was a lot of Russian people watching it. Yeah, for whatever reason, it is the video that has done the most. I think it's like 7 million or something in the English YouTube now.
Oh, even more.
Crazy.
Yes, but a lot. So we are on DW Travel, but if you check out on Instagram and on YouTube her channel, Meet the Germans, you can learn a lot about German culture. Yes, I don't agree on everything, Rachel, but on a lot.
Exactly, you can find us on YouTube, DW Euromax. So they've got lots of videos on all sorts of European culture things, and part of that is you'll also find Meet the Germans there. And on Instagram, DW Meet the Germans. There we have loads of stuff, and we're having fun with reels at the moment, making silly reels about Germany.
Yep, and my colleagues are just posting the link to her videos. Oh. Is there something between my teeth? I don't think so. Okay, now it's time for the community again. You can eat, and I'll read the questions. Wait, these two are like peanut butter and chocolate. The both of us?
That's a good thing.
Okay.
That means we go together really well.
Okay, Brat Bell is saying. Thank you very much, Brat Bell.
Peanut butter and chocolate is the ultimate combination. So.
Alex Wu is saying, Rachel, how is your German cooking coming along?
Very well, actually. So I went on DW Food. They have the show Cook It Like a German with Felicitas Teen. And I had a great time. I went to Berlin, and she showed me how to make, what are they called again? Cabbage rolls. Kohlrouladen.
Okay,
When I was still not vegetarian. Yeah, and I think she was a bit shocked at how bad my cooking skills were. But I have to say, since lockdown, I've been doing a lot more cooking. Not necessarily German cuisine, probably. I mean, I could probably make this.
What cuisine do you prefer?
I really like Thai food. Quite like making Thai curries. My sister gave me some curry making kit thingies for Christmas.
Yeah.
There was very different types. There was Indian curries, there were Thai, there was some Moroccan stuff there as well. So that helps if you've got a little packet that you can just add to make it taste good. But I'm not the biggest cook. I'm getting there.
Okay, I don't have any cooking skills, so
Really?
don't even
Okay,
ask
good.
me.
I don't feel bad.
Rachel, are there any hobbies you had in England that you have done here? I love going to the movies, but it's hard to find films in English with OV. in original version. So
I mean, I suppose we're lucky that there are things like streaming services now, that it's easier to find that kind of thing online. But of course, you want to be able to go out and do your hobbies wherever you live with actual other people sometimes. And that's actually something that's really important in terms of integrating in Germany, I think, is having hobbies and having communities that you can be part of. It's like a really good way to make friends with people because you have a reason to bond with them and like a shared interest.
that's a good point. My wife is from Argentina, and she just in 2019 she came to Germany, and yes, she's doing a lot of that stuff, like hobbies, intercultural garden, going there, meeting other people. Then you get to know the people from Leipzig, but also other people, and it's a good way to integrate. It's a very good point. So if you come to Germany, look for a hobby or something else, or like a Verein, an association where you can be with other people and exchange your experiences.
It's also cool to look up, like you were saying about what hobbies I did back home. So one of my favourite things, my favourite sport to play is netball. And so over here I've helped to form a netball group. And we've got lots of other immigrant people who are playing from other countries. Yeah.
Maria José is asking, Rachel, ¿puedes reconocer quién está en el pullover de Lukas? Rachel, do you recognize the person on the pullover? Pullover is sweater
Yes.
of Lukas.
Yeah, I did recognise it. It took me a little while. It's also a double joke because of
Yeah, it's a double joke.
he's also a Christmas pudding.
But you got the joke, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very good.
Okay. Oh. In the last Danish show, Seaside, the Germans invade Denmark. Do Germans get tired of Germans always being the bad guys during that time? Yeah, from time to time I get tired, but it's just like that.
It was really interesting doing the episode of Meet the Germans about the memories of the war and how it's dealt with here. It's quite, as an outsider, it often does feel really impressive to see how often it is the people are confronted with their history and how people deal with it here, how often it comes up in TV shows and films and in school and all that kind of thing. And at the same time, you also heard some people in Germany saying, well, we shouldn't be praised for that, or we get too much praise for that. So yeah, it's definitely not a topic you can't talk about, but you need to be sensitive about it.
Good point. I'm a little worried. Did you wash your hands before eating?
Oh. We actually didn't.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No, we didn't.
But
Rachel,
I
sorry.
did wash my hands before I left the house, and we haven't been anywhere since then.
Yeah, I did that in Leipzig 7 hours ago. Rachel, you mentioned that one of your first debates with your husband was about fruit. Can you elaborate?
Wow, you guys are very good on the details.
That was Eric Cusino.
Hi, Eric. Thank you. So yeah, that was something I mentioned in, I guess it was it must have been the love video, so the video about romance and dating in Germany. And I mentioned that on one of our first dates, my husband, the conversation he wanted to start was to compare vegetable prices in the UK supermarkets and German supermarkets. And I had no idea. I mean, it's just not something that sticks in my head.
I like mom.
Yeah, you'd get on great, I'm sure. But I have definitely become better at it. I'm more aware.
All right. You have to eat, Rachel.
Oh, yeah. I must say the roll is very tasty. Like a rye bread's very popular here.
DW always claims that Berlin is a chaotic city. What about transport? It appears clean and efficient. I'm not a Berliner, but I'm there quite often. It's a little chaotic, lively but lovely. Clean. The city is not clean. I wouldn't say that. No. Too nose.
Very dirty, very dirty.
Yeah. Rachel, what is Kaiserschmarrn? Rosie Jacome is asking.
As far as I know, it's actually Austrian, right?
Yeah.
Bavarian Austrian. Lots of things from Austrian culture you'll also find in the south of Germany. And I believe it's the same mixture as you'd have for a pancake,
Yeah.
but sort of, I would like to describe it as if you had a fat pancake and turned it into the version of, like a scrambled egg version of a pancake. So it's like big fat pieces of pancake, usually with sultanas, like raisins.
Yeah, raisins. Yeah.
And icing sugar.
You have to
Very
ask
nice
that
dessert.
my grandmother. She's an expert.
It's really good, really, really nice.
Yeah, but I bet it's saying our house. Yeah. Isn't that English music?
Madness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Madness. Aren't there like a one-hit wonder?
No. Oh no, they were very good.
Madness had more songs than...
Yeah. They
Yeah?
had lots of good. I actually went to a musical which had all of their songs in it.
All right.
Very long time ago.
What
Very
music
good.
do you listen to?
Ooh, I don't think I have like a specific taste that I would only stick to that genre. I'm quite open-minded. I love pop and mainstream stuff in terms of singing and dancing and just having a
German
good time.
or English pop?
Both, very up to both. I used to love indie music from the UK and America mostly. But I really am quite open to everything. If I'm in Berlin, I'll very happily go to a techno club. So, whatever's around.
Maybe that's possible again soon. Let's hope so. Outside of UK, one-hit wonder. Yes, thank you very much. For me, it's a one-hit wonder. For her, it's not a one-hit wonder. My mother is from Germany, and so many things you talk about bring up fond memories and fresh perspective to them. Erik,
That's good to know.
we're happy to hear that. Rachel, did your English accent change somehow over time, now that you are away from Britain most of the time?
Yes, definitely. So I come from Hereford, which is on the border between England and Wales. And when I was younger, I would have a more strong, slightly Welsh tilt. we would call
Because
it,
it's
to
close
an
to
accent.
Wales.
Yeah. And I would speak in a perhaps less proper way. But now that I live abroad, my accent's definitely turned more international English. Certainly, I'd say more posh. So when I hear myself talking, I'm...
Posh, you have to explain the word, I think.
Yeah, it's like well-to-do, upper
Up
class.
nose? Up nose?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. You could say, you might think people who are posh are also snobby.
Ah.
Yeah, I definitely sound much more like that now, and I hear people sometimes comparing me to the royal family, which is strange.
And Sadra is saying, would you split the check after finishing your food? That's German, right?
Well, when they come, yeah, they will ask us zusammen oder getrennt.
Yes, if we pay together the bill or if it's
Separately.
separate. Well, we will see.
We'll see. We'll have to see whether our Germanness comes out.
Yeah, or maybe we're not online anymore. Lucas, is your wedding band on the left hand versus Rachel's on the right hand? I noticed Germans wear theirs on the right hand. Oh, yes, in Germany, actually it's on the left, on the right hand, but mine's on the left hand because, because I married in Argentina, and they say this is the arm that leads to the heart. That's the
nice.
reason why. And,
I like that.
And your reason?
My reason is very technical. It's because it fit best on this finger.
The other one is too thick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, this is my engagement ring and this is my wedding ring.
Oh.
I have them on different hands because they're different metals, so it looks a bit silly together. And I just tested it out and I like this hand better.
All right. Lucas, where were you born? In what city? Mariana is asking. I was born in Frankfurt am Main
Oh,
in Germany. Sean Douglas is asking, what sort of things, being an expat, do you think are specific to German and which are universal? Tough question?
yeah.
Is this one? Sean Douglas?
I actually, I didn't ask me anything on Instagram yesterday. So I posted a little sticker on Instagram and people could ask me any questions. And I was really interested that the one that came up the most was, how do you make friends in Germany? Or, have you managed it? So I don't know if that's maybe something that would be specific as an expat in Germany, is maybe the feeling that it's difficult to get in. That it's difficult to, like we were just saying about having a hobby and finding a community that way.
Yes. And
It can
it's,
be really hard.
and although, that's at least my experience, although you speak English, and a lot of people in Germany speak English, you have to learn German to get to know Germans, I think.
Yeah,
In general,
in many
you
ways,
might
yeah.
say that. Yeah.
And if you come from another culture, sometimes the way you make friends with someone or how you express that they are now your friend is different. In Germany, you don't necessarily get people professing their love for you straight away, but they might still think that they're your friend,
You might be right. Abhishek Baishia is asking, you guy keep missing my chats. No, I don't.
Oh, no.
I'm reading it right now. We try to read everything. Okay, we had that one. We had that one.
You have to imagine, guys, this is a mobile phone screen. It's very hard
Yes,
to
and I
keep.
don't want it to be on the camera.
Ooh,
Can
do
you
it.
do a Welsh accent? Rdvik
I'm gonna get really slick
Vashishta
with
is
this.
asking.
And come through Wales. If you go over the border, you're from Hereford, and you go over a little bit, and you're in Wales.
I haven't heard that before. So that's really Welsh.
I'm really sorry to all of the Welsh people, if there's anyone out there. That's how I interpret it. But Welsh language is, like, if you read it, it's just crazy. Some of the words are even longer than German words. It's really hard. If you don't know it, it's not something you can really guess. I would see some bits of it around because I lived on the border, so sometimes the road signs would be in both
Okay,
English and Welsh.
all right.
But it's also sadly a language that's not got that many people speaking anymore.
Fiorello Di Guida is asking. No, saying, Lucas, you're handsome. Thank you very much. Lucas, how did you learn Spanish? In Mexico in 2006, 2007. I've been working there with migrants who try to get to the United States
Oh, right.
in the project. Why is Rachel not so active on her personal Instagram? Yeah, Rachel, why are you not so active on your personal Instagram? Huh?
I'm very sorry. Do you know, I often find that because I work on social media and I'm present on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram for my job, sometimes it's just sort of, there's nothing left to put on my personal one, or I just don't have time for it. But I really love Instagram, so maybe I'll try and post a bit more.
All right.
I'm on Meet the Germans all the time, so that's more or less my personal Instagram.
All right. That said, there's no bill coming, so you won't see that.
Hey, you need another beer.
Yeah, maybe I'll have another one. But it's been 2 hours now, talking with the cell phone. Yeah.
No.
Time flies. Time flies. All right. Yes, my present for Rachel Stewart. Please don't forget that.
Thank you. I feel bad I didn't bring one too, but you know, you got to
Yeah.
sample my.
No, your
local-
present was showing me your city.
Good. Okay.
There are a lot of questions coming in. Yes, but it's been 2 hours right now, and I was really happy to be here in Cologne with Rachel. And thank you for taking your time.
Thanks for coming. I do recommend you come on a sunnier day next time.
Okay.
I will try
I will
and
do
show
so.
you some outdoor spots instead of just the.
Okay, all right. And thanks to you guys here on DW Travel that you've been asking so much and being with us, although the weather wasn't that nice. So thank you very, very much, and see you on the next live stream.
Thanks, guys. Lovely to see you.
Last words for Rachel.
Yeah, thank you for coming to my home city. Like I said, I'll try and show you a better side of it next time. But it's been really fun talking to you guys. Thank you. And thanks, Lucas, for having me on the show.
Yes, and I'll invite her. We won't split the check.
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, bye-bye.